that.
They don't. They really don't. It's like, no, you're above everything. Like, you're hovering. And it's like, no, I'm a human being first. I have feelings. I make mistakes. Like, sorry. Like, what do you know? But I honestly cannot say one bad thing about my upbringing. Like, I don't, there's nothing bad that I could say. Like, oh, I wish I had, no. There's nothing that I wish I had or could have done or would have been different or, no, there's nothing. I had the best upbringing that I can fathom in my head. You know,
Well, that
outside
makes
of,
me feel good.
being able to go out when I wanted to and come back when I wanted to. But other than that, no, I had the best upbringing.
I am recording you now.
But and then it's like, then you add the aspect of God into it, not religion, but God, and just having that solid foundation where it cannot be rocked.
Mm-hmm.
No matter the religion, but the solid foundation of the spirituality of having a relationship with God, because religion will rock you.
Yeah.
But that solid foundation of having a relationship with God can't be rocked. And it's like, I have my foundation is solid, and that's what I pray that I've given to my kids. And the foundation of, I know I value my relationship with my sister.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hope and I pray that I have given that urgency to my kids, that I would hate to leave this life and think that their relationship fell apart. Like, I really, because I value my relationship with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing that my sister could ever do that would make me not love her, make me not have a relationship with her. Mm-hmm. I love her. That's my little sister. That'll always be my little stinky poodle, no matter what.
That what you were saying earlier, before I figured out how to cut this thing on, about Michael and the kids knowing him, even though they never met him, they are in tune with him.
Because I'm still in tune with him.
Yeah.
And so I make sure that, they've always felt that their Uncle Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Their Uncle Mike maybe would have said this, maybe would have done this, maybe, they feel that their Uncle Mike is very present,
mm-hmm.
without being here. So, they just know their Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
And that's not something that they have to guess about or, back in the day. No. Yeah, Uncle Mike. There's times when things happen, especially with TJ, where it's like, I really wish, I wonder what your Uncle Mike would have been like in this situation. But they've always known Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
It's like always, he was right here, right now.
Been a blessing to me that they talk about Mike like they knew him or like he's still here. Yeah. That's a real blessing. That's love. That's what love does. Love lives on. Love never dies.
I might not have liked him at first, but I love my little brother.
Yeah.
That's my little brother forever.
Yeah.
Here, not here. That's my little brother.
Yeah.
And I know that he would have been like, wow, these kids that I had, his kid, his grandkids. But yeah, that he's very present to me, so he's very present to them.
Yeah. With all, tonight really made me feel good and just showed me how alive Michael is, that my granddaughter would get Mikey's birthday tattooed on her. That speaks volumes about...
That's like 2 generations of people getting something about Michael tattooed on them.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at his friends.
Yeah.
That have never forgot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
They are blessed.
There's like, I can remember, I don't remember what I said at his funeral, but I remember looking out and seeing so many people. And it was just like overwhelming. Like, wow. All these people that he touched.
Yeah.
He made a difference. 'Cause even like my friends, you know, if I mention anything, they know him.
Yeah. If you saw Tracy, you saw Mike. And then, yeah.
You know, it's like they knew him. They, you know, it's you know, you're only not here if you're not remembered.
Yeah. I firmly believe that.
And he's definitely remembered.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, you had made mention of the conversation I had with you that you remembered after Michael died.
Yeah.
You want to share it again?
You said to me when I was 7 years old, love your brother because he's not going to be here for long. At 7 years old, that made absolutely no sense to me. I'm like, okay, you know, I ain't like him anyway. But when he passed away, that conversation came back to me. And, you know, it's like, wow. Then it pulled in also things that you told me after that. Like, God's not a boo God. He lets you know. And I don't know how you knew or why you knew and why you chose to share it with me. Because I was very jealous. I was jealous. I was 7 years old. I didn't want nobody else to share my spotlight. But that he wasn't supposed to be here for long. He wasn't supposed to be here for long. He was supposed to come here. He made his impact. And then he was ready to go. And that was like, I would have never thought about that statement that you made to me ever again had he not passed away at a young age. And it was like, wow. Not that I never believed what you said, but if I didn't, that made it all the more true, because it's like, wow, she told that to me a long time ago. And here we are right now, and it's true. He's not going to be here for long. Who knew how long it was going to be?
Yeah.
Who knows what not long is going to be?
Yeah.
And he truly made an impact on a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And he made an impact on a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And that was like, wow. But that goes to back to, for me, it's already written. And God knew that was going to be, that was his story. And not that it made it any easier, but that was his story. And he left this beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
With these beautiful grandkids.
Yeah.
Who, Jasmine. And Jacory, who looks just like him.
Exactly like him.
And it's funny because like Danielle can't say she remember. I remember him from the beginning because I knew him before he was. To watch him, and it's like, oh my God, like how could that not be his father, but it's his grandfather? Like it's amazing. Down to like little idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Like how can you not be around a person but have their same annoying ass antics?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, he knows all. God knows all.
Yeah.
He knew this was supposed to happen, for this to happen, for this to happen, for this to happen, for this to happen. You know, we don't have to understand it. We don't need to understand it. We just need to be accepting of this is what it is, and then move forward until the next. This is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite amazing.
You know,
quite amazing.
Yeah. When that happened, I honestly didn't think that I would survive it. I really didn't. I didn't necessarily want to. And well, not necessarily. I did not want to, because all I could think was the pain was so horrible. The pain was unbelievable. And that if I was going to feel that way for the rest of my life, I didn't necessarily want the rest of my life to be long.
But let me tell you, as another child of yours, I felt like you were being selfish.
Really? Okay. It probably...
I felt like you were being selfish, because it's like, okay, he's gone, but we're here.
Yeah.
And I felt like, wow, you don't value us at all because you love him so much. But becoming a mother, I understand. I can't imagine one of the four not being there. But at the time, I was like, but we're here.
I remember.
Why can't you understand we're here? Yeah. But I get it. I understand it. I get it. But at the time, I was like, wow, like we don't matter?
I think one or both of you said that to me at different times during that. Yeah.
No, but I get it, because I cannot imagine one of them not being here.
And that was...
I can't imagine. But at the time, even though I had Tamaya, but she was a baby. But I can't imagine one of them not being here.
Yeah.
You know, I pray that I never had that in my life. Like I pray that I pray that, you know, I just go and then they go, and like I don't know. But at the time, I really felt like, wow, she's really being selfish. Like we're right here. Like, don't she love us too? I really felt like that. But again, like I said, time, I completely understand. Because even knowing something or having like that spiritual intuition for something does not prepare you for the actuality.
No, it doesn't. You know, one of the things that it's a difference between head knowledge and heart knowledge. I always knew that my children did not belong to me, that they were not, they didn't belong to me.
That's a very hard, very, very hard thing to come to grips with.
Yeah, I knew it with my head, but with my heart. I questioned everything when I questioned everything. And it was And I would tell anyone that's grieving that there's no miracle for arriving at a place where you can coexist with your pain. And I mean, people saying, "Oh, time heals all wounds." No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You learn to live with the pain.
It comes and goes. It's like an ebb and a flow.
Yeah.
There's times where I can't remember his voice.
Yeah.
And it hurts me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's times where exciting things happen in life, and it's like, I wonder what he would be like right now, like how he would feel.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything, remembering his voice. Mm-hmm. That hurts me the most. And there's times when I cry, and you know, it's been this long, and it's like, wow, I don't remember what his voice sounds like.
Tracy, do you have that recording? If you don't, I have it on a cassette of Michael reading a book to Tamaya.
I think I do. I have it in there. That
keepsake box
thing that he got.
Yeah. Listen to that, because that was.
I'm going to find a damn tape recorder.
At a thrift store, probably. I don't know. Well, you have access.
No, but I don't. Sometimes I want to listen. I want to do that, and then I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it will open.
Yeah.
And it's. I know it would probably be fascinating for them, but it's so hurtful for me. Mm-hmm. Because I don't hear his voice every day, and I do wonder. I know how I would like him in my mind, how I built him up. Like he would be this great whatever, this warrior, this whatever. Yeah. But he might have been a piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not still recording, right?
Oh, I am still recording.
Oh, my bad. But it's like I don't know. I don't know. I just sometimes I don't know. It's like it's not fair, but then I hear you saying life ain't fair.
Well, yeah.
It's so funny because so many times people would be like, "Oh, it ain't fair that this happened," and I hear you in my head, life ain't fair.
You need to see a doctor about that. Sound like you hearing me in your head, yeah. Yeah.
No, I hear you in my head a whole lot. A whole lot. I hear things that you've said. I hear things that Percy said. And it's true. I try to tell Alexa a lot. I don't know everything, but I know 31 years more than you do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's sometimes I really, sit and I think, and I'm like, damn, I can't even hear his voice anymore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's
yeah. No, and wait a minute, I want to get something. Go ahead, keep talking, even though I'm pointing at the floor now. No, that was I want. It is. I mean, it definitely is. If it is, let me move this stuff here. Wait a minute. Y'all bear with me for a minute here. There is my all-time, it's so dark in here, my all-time favorite picture of mine. I love that. That was on Danielle's birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had gotten her, that's his daughter down there in the corner. He had gotten her a flower. He was working at Kroger's as a bagger. And, not a beggar, a bagger. And, yeah. And had gotten her that flower when he got off. I absolutely love that picture. And what's I truly love about it is wherever you go, Mikey's eyes follow you.
Follow
And
you.
that,
Yeah.
I have it in my bedroom. At one point, I had to take it and move it because, like when I'd be changing my clothes or something, I felt like he was looking at me. When I glanced at the picture, yeah.
I remember when he said, when he came to visit one time, and I used to walk around in my panties and a t-shirt. Can you put some clothes on?
Yeah.
I said, Negro, you in my house.
Yeah.
I ain't put no, like, I'm your sister. Like, no, I'm not putting on no clothes.
Yeah.
But I remember when he went from my little brother to like, he all right looking.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like, all right, I can see how some girl could like him. I don't like him, but I can see how some girl could like him. I remember when him telling me that his girlfriend was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, you gonna tell mama? You gonna tell mama? And then he showed me his big tattoo, his marijuana leaf tattoo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, like, you gonna hit her with two things at one time? But he was something. Like, he was something. Like, I don't even know. He was really something. Like, yeah, my little pain in the butt brother turned into something.
Yeah. I remember on the way back, because we'd come to New York for Christmas. That was Tamaya's first Christmas. And on the way back, all I did was fuss for like 9 hours driving back about, you're not going to be on Maury Povich.
That's what you did.
And I did. I didn't know that 2 days later he would be dead. It's like,
I mean, I didn't know when I called you and I said, let me speak to Michael, and you said, oh, he went to the mall. And you called me back and said he's dead. And I'm like, what? And you're so elaborate. And the whole time I'm thinking, oh, he got really hurt, but no, there's no way. Honestly, I really thought you were just being extravagant.
Okay. Well, as the kids say, extra. Okay.
Yeah, and I really didn't. There was no way. Like, no, he got hurt, but no. And you know, walking in and seeing him, and I'm just like this makes no sense. Like this doesn't make sense at all. You know, that's my little brother. You know, and I don't know if. I mean, I've always felt a strong sense of my little brother and my little sister. I don't know if that strengthened the whatever in me for my little sister, but
okay.
But it's like there's nothing ever in life that my little sister could ever do, say, or anything. That's my little sister. I love them too. To the moon and beyond.
Yeah.
Like I love them. I really do. I'm so proud of both of them. I mean, he produced this child that is beyond words. That, you know, whatever she has, like, she gets a job every other day. But I mean these like, even like these people, it's beyond words. Like, to see my kids, her kids, like, these people are beyond anything that could be possible. And and to see him in his child's kid.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I mean, like I said, Danielle knows him from the age that she was born or whatever. I know him before he was. And to see Jacoria, I'm like, wow, you're really annoying. Just like your grandfather was. It's amazing. Like, you look, I can remember him at your age, at that stage, being just as annoying as you are, is like, wow. To look into his eyes.
Yeah.
And to be able to see my brother beyond his eyes is like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, Danielle knows him from, a different, like I told her, I said, Danielle, you have a different mother than I had. You remember a mother after Michael died. I have a mother before Michael died. I remember all of that, and just him calling me and saying, "Your mother's crazy."
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Tracy, I'm going to ask you. Excuse me for interrupting you. You weren't going to stop talking, so I figured I should.
Yeah, no doubt.
Would you wrap this up? I'm going to say something, then you say something. What I'm going to say is that regardless to how hurt you are and how impossible it seems to go on, you can. The pain does not go away. It does not go away, but you learn to live with it. And you have to remember that one of the hardest things for me to accept was that things would never be the same. And it can't be. Anytime you take part of a whole away, it's impossible for it to be the same. And that was the most difficult thing for me to realize. But I got up every day. I cried. I still do sometimes. But you learn to live with the pain. And you have to think in terms of not what you lost, but what you still have, which goes to what you were saying, Tracy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be grateful for what I had initially because of what I no longer had. And I thank God that He took me through that, brought me through it. And whatever you have to do to be okay, it's okay. If you decide on a Tuesday that you're not going to go to work because you're feeling real heavy about it, it's okay. You have to keep it moving at your own pace. Okay. Do you have any final words, Trace?
Because I was like, that's a long question. Okay, so what I always think about is the guy in the second car.
Yeah.
I look at Michaela.
Yeah.
And everything that she is, everything that she has accomplished, and everything that her children are, and the guy in the second car never had that. He never got to. His family never got to experience that.
Yeah.
Michaela was a blessing.
Yeah.
Her children are a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael's spirit continues. It didn't stop when Earl stopped it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, it's amazing to me, even though Michaela didn't, grow up around us, how much of Michael is in her.
Yeah. Yeah.
and how much of Michael is in her kid.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to me, and how connected she continues to feel.
Yeah.
With all of us.
Yeah.
And how Jasmine calls you on FaceTime.
Yeah, that is so cute to me. Yeah.
And you know, just that's my girl right there. Jasmine, that's my girl.
She's something else.
You know, it's just all of that spirit that, you know, my brother is still very real to me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very real to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, hopefully that will continue.
Mm-hmm.
Although they never, like, Tamaya met, but she didn't know. It's the love that we have for each other
mm-hmm.
will continue to go from here to here
mm-hmm.
to here. And, you know, there's nothing that can replace that, because, you know, some people die and then they're elated and then they're forgotten.
Yeah.
Michael's never been forgotten.
You know, friends
that remember.
God, and that
family that remembers.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
There was an impact made, and that won't be forgotten.
You know, his friends, Vince, Justin, Jason, Adam, Matt, his Chrissy, my girl, Chrissy, they have meant so much to me, that, and it's just makes me feel good whenever they've reached out to me, or when I see things that they put on Facebook, that they remember Michael, and that they stay in contact with me. And I know, even though I think I'm great, I know it's not because of me, it's because of Michael, and that just really warms my heart. Yeah, we better wrap this up. It's 32 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now I've got to figure out how to cut this off. I'm still learning this. This is a new one, and I don't know if I know how to do it.
My forehead looks big as I don't know what.
Your forehead is big as I don't know what.
I know. I be thinking a lot.
It shows.